All right, we continue with this part of chapter 12 where Mary sees that inside of the broken down room that the two little girls live is a dying woman. And she's like, you're ill, like, why, isn't there anyone else? And it's like, and it turns out there's a couple of older daughters at least, but that they're both working at the mill, and they won't take the little girls because they're both maimed. One, the billy roller, is a club that probably Mr. Proctor or his goons use on children, and it's horribly broken the littlest girl's arm because she was sleeping. She fell asleep, in the machines and didn't get mulched. No, that happened to her, the elder of the two. And she's just horrified by this. She ends up going out where she finds that Sir Matthew Dowling has trapped Miss Tremlett in the carriage and is berating her for letting Mary Brotherton be in this area at all, and quickly making up all sorts. Well, I don't know, making up, but he's telling her all the most horrible things about how the father of the house is a drunkard, that the woman is quite mad and probably drinking still, and making up all sorts of lies because he's worried about what's being said inside, that the two elder daughters one's a prostitute and the other one's kind of going that way, and that these two that are actually at home were just horrible influences at the mill that they sent away because they were being so bad. So filling up everything. And he's about to try and kind of get Mary back into the carriage when he realizes that shit, the nearby factory is opened and the streets are pouring out with people rushing back home to grab their dinner. Then they have to rush back again, I guess. And he's like, while he wouldn't deign to notice any of these people, he didn't want to subject himself to kind of the roving gangs of kind of just anonymous, because he knows exactly how much he is hated. So jumps on his horse and takes off. Mary gets Nurse Tremlett to come back in. They get some cushions from the thing, and they send off. They send off the groom and the driver to go fetch a doctor for the poor, certainly dying woman. And they go back in, and it's like, won't water hurt? Like, they have a broken mug of water. That's all they have to help the woman. All they have is water in a broken mug. It's like, it's not going to hurt her. It's like, nothing's going to hurt her at this point, is Nurse Tremlett's reply. So Mr. Matthew Dowling is just the worst. I mean, in some ways, maybe she's over-egging things about how bad it is. I also wonder how, stuff like, openly talking about prostitution, even coming from the bad guy's mouth, is maybe, would be considered vulgar at the time, because she's, because Frances Trollope seems to have been kind of tarred as a very loud, vulgar woman, probably, which means woman who isn't quiet, demure, and shuts up and doesn't say anything controversial or anything like that. It gets to be called vulgar. I always wonder what vulgar means in Victorian society. Probably different than what it means now. All right, I will leave it there. But that's, this part of chapter 12 of the life and adventure of Michael Armstrong by Francis Milton Trollope. More videos later.